Kultura ng pagkakaisa, pagsisiyasat ng pagkakaisa sa pamamagitan ng panitikan.
Initiating moisture.
Hi, welcome everyone to another episode of the Dive Deep podcast, where we plunge in headfirst into the world of exciting literature and delve into the brilliant minds behind them. I'm your host, Ruhmer, Jairus, Espina, and with me is my partner, Francis Berdon.
Hi, what's up everyone?
Today, we have an exciting guest, or rather, a very famous one, Manong Frankie. Hi Manong, how are you doing?
Hello everyone, thank you for having me. I'm doing great.
Manong Frankie, since this is your first time here in the studio, and for those in the audience who may not be familiar with your amazing works, we've got a little tradition at Dive Deep. We are going to hit you with a set of quick-fire questions, and we want you to answer them as fast as possible. Are you ready?
Oh, this is so sudden, but sure, I am ready.
Okay. Full name,
Francisco Sionil Jose,
birthday,
December 3rd, 1924.
age,
97.
wow, place of birth,
Rosales, Pangasinan.
education,
I took philosophy and, of course, literature.
wife,
The ever so beautiful Tessie Jovellanos Jose. Hi, darling.
from the top of your head, give me some of your works.
The Rosales Saga, Poon, The Pretenders, My Brother, My Executioner, Mass, Tree, Two Filipino Women, Waywaya, and The God Stealer.
Top 3 inspirations.
Jose Rizal, my mother, and of course, my wife.
What is an admirable Filipino trait?
Tenacity and courage. We are very heroic people.
Biggest contribution.
Shedding light on the complexities of the Filipino society and shaping Philippine literature.
And lastly, how many awards?
Too many to count.
Woo! Wow.
How was it, Manong Frankie?
It was fun. I have never been interviewed like that before.
I have always dreamt of talking to you one day, and to be with you, a living legend, truly is an opportunity. So let's take this chance to talk about our literature of the day.
The God Stealer by F. Sionil Jose.
I want to ask you, as an author who typically publishes through traditional means, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the online popularity of your work, particularly The God Stealer. How does it feel to see it trending and accessible in the internet, becoming a primary source for readers?
When I began my writing journey, I relied on the good old-fashioned ways of sharing my works through newspapers and books. But with the advent of the internet, I've come to appreciate the power it holds as a primary source to reach people with my message. However, let me tell you a little secret. My heart still yearns for the traditional route of publishing through books. There's just something absolutely enchanting about the scent of a brand new book that can't be replicated. It's a sensation that brings me joy like nothing else.
Nothing beats having to hold it in your hand. Now, about the story from the title alone, it's very intriguing, it's very catchy, and I like saying it, The God Stealer. As we break apart this magnificent piece, what can you tell us about this story?
It takes place in the beautiful Ifugao Mountains and is narrated from a third-person perspective, which allows us to explore the experiences of two main characters, Philip Latak, an Ifugao Filipino, and Sam Christie, a white American. As the story unfolds, we dive into the complexities of cultural assimilation, cultural appropriation, and the long-lasting effects of colonialism. It's a thought-provoking exploration of how these characters navigate the clash of their respective cultures, shedding light on themes of identity, power dynamics, and the profound impacts of historical interactions between different cultures. It's a story that will make you reflect on the intricacies of cultural exchange and its consequences.
From your definition alone, it truly is a lot to unpack. Can you give us a plot summary of your story?
Of course, our story begins with best friends Philip and Sam, who embark on a trip to the Ifugao province. Sam's intention is to purchase a native god figurine as a souvenir before returning to the United States. As our story progresses, the rising actions unfold when Philip and Sam meet Philip's grandfather. He advises against Sam's idea of buying the figurine, emphasizing its sacredness. However, Philip, determined to fulfill Sam's desire, refuses to take no for an answer and believes they can easily replace it. The story reaches its climax when Philip decides to steal the figurine and presents it to Sam. However, Sam, understanding the figurine's cultural significance, refuses to accept it, leading to a heated argument between the two friends. Tragically, Philip's grandfather discovers the missing figurine and passes away, intensifying the emotional turmoil. In the following action, both Philip and Sam find themselves grappling with guilt and attempting to justify their actions. Their friendships become strained as they blame each other for the consequences that have unfolded. Eventually, in the resolution, Sam decides to leave while Philip chooses to remain rooted in his Ifugao heritage. Recognizing the importance of preserving his cultural identity, as Sam departs, he carries the burden of the stolen idol, symbolizing the weight of their actions and the impact it had on their friendship.
When it comes to friendship, to family, to our roots, it is crucial that we consider what truly is important.
Absolutely. Manong Frankie, hearing your perspective on the story truly makes me curious about the overarching theme or central message you had in mind while crafting The God Stealer. With its rich layers of lessons and ideas, I wonder which specific theme resonates most strongly with you. What is the one thing you truly aim to convey through this story?
Through The God Stealer, I aim to convey a crucial message to my fellow Filipinos. It is imperative for us to hold steadfast to our roots and not allow external forces to shape our identity. Despite the legacy of colonization, I wanted to inspire a sense of cultural pride, urging readers to embrace and celebrate our unique heritage. It is my hope that this story serves as a reminder of the strength and resilience within us, encouraging a reclamation of our Filipino identity on our own terms.
When talking about the theme, one cannot help but ponder about the mimesis of the story. Can you elaborate?
In writing The God Stealer, I aim to create a mimesis, a reflection of reality, by portraying the internal and external struggles faced by the characters like Philip Latak. Through Philip's yearning to possess the idol and his conflicts between American influence and Ifugao heritage, I sought to mirror the real-world experiences of Filipinos grappling with cultural identity in a post-colonial society. By capturing these complexities, I aim to invite readers to contemplate their own journeys of embracing their roots and resisting external pressures. Ultimately, my goal was to encourage a deeper appreciation and celebration of Filipino heritage amidst the ongoing challenges of cultural assimilation and the quest for personal identity.
It makes me think about who I am as a Filipino and how I could be more appreciative of what we have and who our true identity really is.
As to my experience, it really opened my eye that it really is common for us to be appreciative of other cultures but tend to ignore our own.
I'm glad you got the message.
In the story, there are a lot of quotes, there are a lot of meanings. What can you tell us about the setting and the acting?
The choice of setting in the Ifugao province was deliberate as it offers a vibrant backdrop to explore the rich cultural aspects of both Filipinos and Ifugao natives. The acting of the characters are portrayed in a deeply emotional and authentic manner, reflecting the conflicts and dilemmas as one would do in real life.
How about the form, the story, and the genre?
In crafting The God Stealer, I chose the form convention of a short story, which allowed me to deliver a concise yet impactful narrative that captures the essence of cultural struggles. This aligns with the story's convention, where I explore the complexities of cultural identity and the clash between traditional Filipino heritage and the influences of colonization. As an author, I intertwine themes of coming of age, cultural critique, and post-colonial literature to offer a thought-provoking and relevant reading experience.
It truly is a bliss hearing from the author himself the messages and the full scale of the story.
Yeah, when I was reading it, there were some parts that I didn't understand, but thanks to Manong Frankie, I believe that I have a good grasp on what the story is all about.
Oh, you two, stop flattering me.
But lastly, Manong Frankie, as we end the podcast, we'd like to ask you one more thing.
Sure, what is it?
How does The God Stealer relate with the theme for the National Literature Month? Kultura ng pagkakaisa, pagsisiyasat ng pagkakaisa sa pamamagitan ng panitikan.
Easy. The God Stealer delves into the unity of Filipinos as a catalyst for nation building, emphasizing the importance of embracing cultural heritage and fostering a collective identity. Through the character's journey, I aim to convey the message that a united Filipino community rooted in their traditions is instrumental in driving the nation's progress.
Wow, well said, Manong Frankie. It is important for us to truly embody the Filipino spirit. And thank you for your time.
Thank you, Manong.
Thank you for having me as well. I had an amazing time.
Thank you for listening as well, everyone. This is the Dive Deep Podcast signing out, and see you next time.
Initiating moisture.